What's up lads, welcome to Oak Swamp and part 32 of the Austin 10 special wrap. Firstly, as always, I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers and thanks to everyone who left a like and a comment last week. Nice one lads, keep them coming. Also I'd like to thank Dale, aka Chopper Trash. He dropped me around a load of gloves, welding gloves and stuff, and also a load of reamers. Unfortunately none of them fitted the kingpins, but they're well appreciated anyway. Cheers mate. And finally, massive thanks to my mate Roo. He was having a big garage clear out and he gave me loads of stuff. Really appreciated mate. I did do a video of me collecting that, but I've destroyed my phone. Anyway, we better get on with it. Moving back into the cab, next job I'm going to do is to create this seat back and try and finish this back edge. So what I'm going to do is have a piece that curves down like this initially and then returns up and then returns down and then some way reinforce it. Now I've got this bit what my mate Hawkeye gave me, cheers buddy, and I think it's about a mil thick, which is a bit minimal, but once it's all clamped into place, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off down here, put a curve in it, curve it round, and then a little while ago I bought this off of eBay. It's a tipping die. I mean, it came from China, it took bleeding ages to get here, but I've been having a go on that this morning. And what it does this, it gives you an edge. You see that's curved. What I'd be able to do is put a 90-degree edge all the way around it, and that hopefully should stiffen it up. And that's all the alley I've got for this job, so let's see what we can do.
Alabama train, Alabama train, take me home, Alabama train. Way back in New Jersey, far away from home.
I don't know what sort of alley this is, but it is hard as you like. Not like usual, and you saw how hard it was to bend.
Alabama train.
Right, that's the seats done. Next,
Alabama train. Why don't you take me on home?
what I'm going to do is put a couple of bolts in here just to hold it in place and see if it actually works as a seat. Right, well here's the first bend, and it's not too bad. Keep it nice and tight into there. I'm going to have to make a separate bit to go through the middle, but I can do that after, it's no biggie. But I've just got to suss out I'm going to do these cuts because I want this to come round the corner. So I think the cut is going to be... Only problem I got with this is this stuff is so hard, I don't think I'm going to be able to put an edge on it.
Way back in New Jersey, a long way from home. Got nobody to love me. Guess I better get back home.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to weld a bit of flat to this coming out of here and then cut that tunnel off at that point. So the little flat comes out and I can bolt through the alley into this. It makes it all one solid unit. Right, so there's the line. So I'm going to whip this off just below the line, and then I'm going to weld a piece of flat on there, and then that'll hold the seat perfect. Won't it?
Alabama train, Alabama train, Alabama train, please take me home. Way back in New Jersey,
Okay, this is the sort of idea. You can see it's curving right down. And at the back here, I've welded these on, so these are going to go onto it. It's not finished yet, but it's getting the idea. These here are going to curve round just to get the curve in. You can see, look, around there. And I've got to try and bring these round and finish them off here somewhere. I'm not sure quite on that yet. It's a bit of an awkward corner, but I'll come up with something. If you've been watching this series, you probably think I'm a right old tight bugger, and you'd probably be right. But to live the life I'm living and do the things I do, it's an absolute necessity because I don't have time for a day job. Don't get me wrong, I love it, I choose to do this, and I don't mind being skint all the time. Anyone can throw big bucks at a project. I choose ingenuity over bucks all day long. Right, so the next piece is this middle piece. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is put a return edge on it with the old bead roller, and then hopefully I should hide it in there just right.
You talk about the concrete and the boys who work the train, the fellas and the hoppers in the sun and wind and rain, the boys who lay in the block to shore you work to see the belt, working on the motor highway laying the hot sash belts.
Well,
There's
there you
boys in
go.
Calamar, Smell and Kildare, the Saiga Pinch and Kitty sure Ireland was there. They're working all around the clock, you should have seen us belt, working on the motor highway laying the hot sash belts. Well, we laid it in the hollows and we laid it in the flats. If it doesn't last forever, wear a swirly hat. While I travelled up and down this world, I'm sure I'd never felt any surface that was equal to the hot sash belts. Spread it in the summer and we laid it nice and hot. 200 yards or more, so we had to roll a lot. The sun was blazing down and up off the back of the road, working on the motor highway laying the hot sash belts.
Well, I'm pretty pleased with this seat. The idea appears to be working. What I'm going to have to do is extend this because it's just a little bit short, which is a shame, but I'll extend that out a bit. So I redid this bit, and now this bit doesn't need a bit of steel on. Needs flattening now, where I beat it around yesterday. I had a terrible day yesterday. I wasn't feeling very good last couple of days, and my brain didn't work, and I came out here, remade this piece 3 times, and made a piece for there 3 times. Right, on to the tip jar. Massive thanks this week to Paul Gunnell, Mark Puddock, Leon Joel Street, Peter Spyman and Colin Hope. Those dudes all contributed to the tip jar, and they're helping me keep this channel going and buying stuff from my garage, which is well needed. Cheers lads. If you too want to contribute to my channel, go over to my homepage, bottom right hand corner you'll find tip jar. Bang on that, that'll take you to PayPal, and if you can afford it, bung me a couple of quid, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Cheers dudes. Right, I've been thinking about this gear shift, and if you look, it's got quite a bit of travel. Now it's all in there, I'm starting to realise that it's in a really bad position. Even if I move it around, it's going to be tricky. So what I'm going to do is make a little remote shift here, and just make it a little short shift, and that'll make life a lot easier. I've gone through my box of bits, and I'll come up with some bits and bobs. I found this piece, and this piece. I did consider using this one. So the first job I've got to do, I think, is lock that old gear stick off. Right, what I'm going to do is use this piece, this other shifter, and I'm going to cut a bit off. Heavy on there like that, I reckons. Give him a little tackaroo. I considered using this. This is actually a track rod end, but it doesn't do what I've got to do. So I'm going to go back to this. So I'll whip that one off and put it in there straight. Right, we don't need that bit. I did want to use this, but for this shifter, well, I'm not sure. I think I use him as a temporary. See what he does up like. Right, I think I'm going to cut that off about here somewhere, and then I'll weld him onto there. Right, there's my welding helmet gone.
When you're riding in the motor car and tearing through the Shire, the only thing you hear is the humming of the tire.
Okay, there's the first piece, and that fits quite nicely in there. Doing its thing. So now I've got to make a rod. I think I'm going to use this piece because it's quite nice because it holds itself on there, and I'm going to make a U-shaped piece here and then go into a bar or something and do the same the other end. So me and Tom are just going down to Mark's to have a bit of an update on the Willys, see if he's ready to start it yet. There he is. We walked straight by his house. How you doing, Mush?
Good.
How you getting on? Do you say the coffee's on?
She's on. How you doing? Hi, buddy, right?
Nice
How
to
are
meet
Oh,
It's a fact that George Lucas had Alaskan Malamutes, and he got the noise from Chewbacca through that wooing. So that's,
So you were excited to get it out in the garage,
very
Tom?
excited.
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good.
Brian.
John.
Nice to meet you.
Or Jonathan.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Look at the size of those ports.
Hello, fella.
Yeah, fine.
Tom.
Right,
That's
yeah.
my son, Tom. So what's the score then, Mark?
we think, don't we, John? The silicone on the back here, it was stuck, but when we got to the end,
It would come
you could feel
shrunk.
it. Yeah, all of a sudden it just let loose, and that's just
Do
the
they give you rubber gaskets with them?
corks.
What do you suggest on this?
Silicone.
Just silicone,
Yeah.
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 Did it work?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is the stuff. How much is this a tube?
Not cheap.
How much?
That was 16 quid.
Oh, that's not too bad. I expected more. But to give you some sort of idea about these ports, there's a tube, a mastic tube, and it goes in. Manifold, is that a how do you say it?
I said Wieland.
I'll say Wyand.
What do you say, John?
Wayand or whatever it is.
None of us seem to know how to pronounce that. So if you're in America,
Wayand, yeah. Oh, yeah.
if you're in America, please tell us how you pronounce
Weiand.
Wyand. Wyand. Look at those discs.
Yeah, John made all those bits.
Fucking size of them.
What's she now? 555.
Yeah, 555. Yeah.
How many cc's? 555.
Well, 454 is 7.2. So
Yeah.
9 litres.
I would imagine getting on that.
Yeah.
'Cause 500
9
500
litres.
is 8.
So you should be getting sort of 20 gallons to the mile.
Probably.
aspirated. Why would you need to have it not advanced? Why don't you want it advanced?
Most race engines you don't.
Don't.
I
guess you time it.
That's a young bloke coming in, Mush.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I'm glad. John's 67 and Tom's 28.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Look at them, they're loving it.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah, petrol heads unite. Mark's been buying tyres. Jesus, the size of them. You seen them Hoosies down there, Tom?
Lots of rubber.
How much were they, Mark?
They were 870.
870.
Yeah.
Bargain.
Can't afford that.
What's the idea of joining the lifters
I
together?
don't know. That's just the way they've done them these days. It's a roller can.
So when do you reckon fire update then, Mark? Just no pressure or nothing, mate?
I'm going to say not this weekend, but next.
You happy with that, John?
Yeah.
You happy with that, Tom?
Good enough.
So not this weekend, next weekend. So equating into YouTube time, that's next week. Yeah, right, so they're going to put this monster of a inlet manifold on. Good job Tom's here with his gloves on. You're gunned up, Mark. You can see the way this works here is, Mark pays for it and John does it. There it goes. What they're going to do, because they were getting a leak at the back on this valley gasket, on the flat one, they're firing this instant gasket, which is 17 quid a tube, so it's going to be the filler. And that should seal it. You're making a lovely job of that, John. You can come round and do my bathroom if you want.
No, I'm not very good at that.
Thing is, a lot of modern stuff now, they don't do gaskets. Sumps, Mercedes sumps, BMWs, there's no gasket for it. It's all like RTB silicon based.
In the 80s, they were making Citroen C15 vans out of panels stuck together with Sikaflex.
I'll have one anyway.
Yeah, you have it, mate.
Yeah.
Come here more often, Mark.
You've got a non-meat.
Tom's a
eater.
veggie now.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
If God wanted us to be vegetarians, You shouldn't have made animals so tasty.
Exactly.
Fuck the roof up.
I'll grab on there. We started there.
Okay, it should just drop down.
Nice and flat.
Yeah.
I think she's home.
Do you keep your resource in the bathroom? Right, lads, we got to sling our hook, so
No worries.
we'll leave you to it, and
Nice to meet you.
well, I'm sure we'll meet again, John.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no problem.
John's got a Cobra with a.
Small block Chevy, 388.
Now we've got to see that. I'm trying to coerce John into coming round
6.4, I think.
and taking me for a spin in his 6.8 litre Cobra.
Cheers, amazing.
I like that idea. Right, we're going to get on, Mark.
Yep.
Cheers, dude. I'll see you soon. Thanks for the
Yes.
coffee.
Yeah, take care then.
Meet you.
Later, John.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Lovely. Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon.
Thank you for tea and that.
See ya, Mark.
Come out.
Not this
Yes.
weekend, the next weekend.
Definitely. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Good lad. Right, so this bit of bar is off one of them old jacks. So this is the bit that's going on the gear stick end. And what I plan to do is open this up so this fits in here and then drill some holes in there and then hopefully that'll be the fella.
There's a devil on my back porch. He's lying in the shade. He pours himself some whiskey and offers me a trade so I can have a better life. He wants from me my son and wife. It's time for me to go inside and change the plans I've made.
Right, for the other end, what I'm going to do is use a bit of this 10-12mm with this clevis. I'm going to cut a bit of this out, weld it to the gear shaft, and then that'll give us plenty of tap. Right, okay, that's going to do that, and then that's it against the gear shifter.
There's a devil in my kitchen. He's looking at my wife. She's standing over by the sink. He's got himself a knife.
I didn't expect it to work that good. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Right, I'm going to tidy this up a bit. It all seems to work. Oh, I've got a nice blue under there. That's going to have to come off. I'm going to stick some holes in it, straighten it all up, and it'll look bang on. Right, I'm going to curl these round a bit.
There's a devil in the bedroom. That's where my child is sleeping. Underneath the bedclothes, his little eyes are peeping. Creeping over to his bed, he puts a hammer to his head. Go to sleep now, little one. Your soul is mine for keeping. There's a devil living in my head that no one else can see. He makes me do these wicked things to cause me misery. Went to sharpen up my axe and something stopped me in my tracks. I caught my own reflection and I see the devil is me.
There you go. That worked out alright. It's pretty easy, really. Just want to curve it over, look. Hard old stuff. But it appears to be doing the job. Alright, here we go. So that's it rolled round. I'm gonna clean up these edges again a bit. Let's took the nasty edge off and it's got a bit of strength in it. Right, I'm gonna whip this little edge off up here just to drop this back just a tiny bit. Well, there you go. I'm pretty pleased with those. Next job I'm going to do is make some lumps that come up here which hold you in, and then I shall continue and put the floor down. These sides I'm going to bring in round here and connect to the side of the seat, and if you remember the wood's going to go all the way down to here, and then I'll make another little bit just to finish off at the edge there. So I'm pleased with the old shifter. This rod here I'm probably going to remake and make it a little bit finer and make it look a bit more snazzy, but apart from that, yeah, all good. Right, so me and Tom are in Hans the transporter, and what are you doing?
I'm putting pictures on Instagram.
And we're going to pick up a vehicle. Well, I'm going to tell you about it. It's 1960 and it's a single. What's that? So look, cows. Right, so we're just up the road now. Have you guessed what it is yet? You must know it's not a motorbike because we brought the beaver tail. Right, so we're here and it's round this corner and here it is. Perfect. All we got to know is it fires up all right, and then... Oh yeah, look at that. She's banging, isn't she? Have a look at him. Yes, what do you put? Lovely. The right colour as well. What's your YouTube channel?
Go Green Autos.
Go Green Autos. And what do you do?
Electric vehicles.
Oh, I'll have a look at that when I get home.
Well, I'm 53 now.
Oh yeah, you're a young one.
So I can remember at the age of 7, I guess, we probably got this.
Really?
So, when I was a bit, I probably wasn't driving this at 7, but you know, 10 years old or so I was driving this. So
yeah.
My brother's 3 years younger, so that was his seat. And then this was our go-kart. We used to go all across the fields in it and go to the shops in it.
I love it. I love it. It feels really genuine to me. I love that petrol tank. I might put that on something else.
On that, you flick it down.
Right, you can't see me, but we got the dumper loaded, and thanks very much, mate.
It's all right.
Beautiful, and I'm going to be looking after him, but what are we going to call him? He's going to have a name. What's your name?
Matt.
It was your dad's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Julian.
It's Julyan.
It's Julyan.
Call it Julian.
This is going to be called Julyan.
His name is a bit unusual spelling, so rather than I-A-N, it's Y-A-N.
Right, so it's Julyan with a Y. My dumper's called Julyan. Here he is. Nice one, we better take him home. You're probably wondering why I've bought this old dumper. Well, we've got a wood burner and it supplies all our heating and hot water. We've also got some woods, and that gives us a steady supply of logs. And Julyan is the perfect character for transporting them around. Well, that's about it for this week, lads, I'm afraid. But I hope you all enjoyed the show, and if you did, please leave me a like and a comment. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do. If you're alright for cash, bung us a couple of quid in the tip jar, and I will catch you dudes next time. Hang loose. Gotta fill this up. Gotta fill this right up. Living for free.
She's weeping as she places the faded photographs atop the solid granite headstone reads his jaded appetite, and it reads, "Here lies a waste of space."
Anyway, let's get on with it. He dropped me around a load of fuck's sake. Anyway, let's get on with it. Anyway, we better get on with it, haven't we? And also I'd like to thank my... And also... And... Anyway, let's get on with it.